Speaker, I want to thank the gentlelady for that closing statement, and I keep hearing that Democrats want to defund the police, so here we are on the House floor talking about creating grant programs to help keep communities safer, and now the Republicans are the ones who are talking about defund the police. You see the irony? Democrats actually have solutions in these four bills, real ideas that have been publicly available for months to make our streets safer and reduce crime. Republicans are the ones talking about defunding and abolishing the FBI. And I will remind my colleagues that you have Republican members who are raising campaign funds by selling defund the FBI T-shirts. You want to talk about disgusting? No mention of that from my colleagues. I mean, fundraising off of selling T-shirts to defund the police. That's what my friends are doing. And again, I go back to my point earlier, I still can't get over the 21 Republicans couldn't even vote to give a Congressional Gold Medal to the men and women who defended us on January 6th. I mean, talk about disgusting, or couldn't show up on the House floor for a moment of silence to honor those police who lost their lives as a result of what happened on January 6th. Again, talk about disgusting. We have ideas here that I think are worth bipartisan support. I mean, some of this stuff I think should have been brought up under suspension. But again, my friends put politics ahead of people. We want to put people ahead of politics. I mean, take the Victim Act, H.R. 5768. This establishes a grant program at the Department of Justice to help state, tribal, and local law enforcement agencies improve their clearance rates for homicides and non-fatal shootings. To me, that seems common sense. The Break the Cycle of Violence Act, H.R. 4118, creates a nationwide strategy to make our communities safer by addressing both the symptoms and root causes of violence. The Invest to Protect Act, H.R. 6448, makes targeted investments to ensure that local police departments have the training they need to keep our communities safe. The Mental Health Justice Act, H.R. 8542, 1 in 4 fatal police encounters ends the life of an individual with severe mental illness. The Mental Health Justice Act makes it easier to send trained mental health professionals to respond to individuals experiencing a mental health crisis. To me, these are basic common sense bills that I think the overwhelming majority of people in this country, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, would all support. You want to talk about not supporting our law enforcement, Republicans voted against $350 billion in the American Rescue Plan that could be used for policing. So please don't lecture us about defund the police. Republicans only seem to support law enforcement when they're looking for votes. That's a common theme here. When it's politically convenient for them. It's really shameful and it's cynical. It's why people get frustrated with Washington, because everything has a political motivation. And on stuff that we all should come together on, my friends on the other side of the aisle always come up with an issue, an excuse not to do the right thing. You don't have to agree on everything to agree on something. And this is something we ought to agree on, and we ought to come together on and get it done. These are good bills, Madam Speaker, bipartisan bills, Madam Speaker. And I urge a yes vote on the rule and the previous question, and I yield back the balance of my time, and I move the previous question on the resolution.